Thank you so much for your time today. I'm Melissa Oden, the founder and the director of the Abortion Survivors Network. We are the only healing and advocacy organization for abortion survivors and their families worldwide. Many of you likely recognize my name as I've been speaking and advocating for the unborn and abortion survivors for almost 15 years now. But for those of you who don't know my story, I'm the survivor of a failed saline infusion abortion. In 1977, my birth mother, Ruth, was forced to undergo that procedure that involved injecting a toxic salt solution into the amniotic fluid surrounding me in the womb. My medical records indicate that I soaked in that toxic solution for 5 days, 2 days longer than what was typical for that procedure, while numerous attempts were made to induce her labor with me. On the 5th day, they were successful, and they expected me to be delivered that day in the final step of the abortion as a successful abortion, a deceased child. But I was accidentally born alive that day. I am one of the very babies HR 619 would ensure is provided timely and adequate medical care. I was fortunate enough that Ruth's late-term abortion, which we now know was likely done at about 31 weeks gestation, not the 18 to 20 weeks the abortionist had written on my medical records. I was fortunate that happened at a hospital, because despite demands made by my own grandmother, who was a nurse working there at that hospital, to have me left to die, I was ultimately rushed off to the NICU that day by a nurse who was unwilling to follow her orders. Although many people find my story dramatic, I know I'm not alone. Every survivor's experience is different, but through the Abortion Survivors Network, we've connected with 382 survivors. We serve them with healing and community support. We empower and equip them in finding and using their voices. You'll be seeing us more and more around here through the Abortion Survivors Network Education and Policy Center. The survivors we work with range in age from infants, we work with their families, to survivors of illegal and even at-home attempts to abort, like with coat hangers. I know this is not pleasant. They're in their 70s and their 80s. Sadly, we know through the handful of states that report out their statistics on abortion survivors that there are countless more who we would serve through our organization if they were provided medical care and not left to die or even killed. On behalf of our team at the Abortion Survivors Network and the team at the Education and Policy Center, we thank you for your commitment to abortion survivors and their families.